I've had people come up to me and say that it genuinely shocks them when I use modern technology because it just doesn't look right. Hello darlings and welcome back to my channel. So today I felt better. I feel awful. And for anyone going, why are you dressed like that if you feel so terrible? Because if I am not sick enough to the point where I cannot get out of bed and I just feel like generally awful, then I am going to still put on a little bit of makeup and I am going to wear a nice dress with a beautiful belt that makes me look like a Disney princess because that's how I cope with my feelings. If I'm going to feel awful, I might as well look pretty whilst I do it, okay? And whilst I have been doing some, good R&R, nice resting, letting my system recharge, I am also really terrible at not doing anything. So with that in mind, I wanted to make a video, and I'm also going to be writing a blog post today and doing a load of editing because I feel guilty when I don't do stuff. So today I'm going to be taking you through one of my favourite things in the world, and that is personality tests. I absolutely ruddy love a personality test, okay? They make me so happy. I just love being told random things about myself and being like, oh, so accurate, oh my gosh. So today I'm going to be taking you through my results for a few different personality tests and whether they are true or whether they are not, and I would love for you to tell me your results for these personality tests in the comments, and also if you had any predictions and if they were correct or not. I know lots of people do this with the method of using that whole fancy screen recorder thing, but I don't know how to do that. I don't know if my editing software could handle having the split screen thing, so I'm just going to be reading the results of tests that I have already done. You shouldn't be drinking Pepsi if you're ill. Go away. Okay, so I couldn't make a video on personality quizzes and not include the famous Myers-Briggs personality type test. Now, this is a test that breaks people down into different sort of categories based on 4 main test areas. So the test is fairly long and extensive, and I have made most of my family and friends take this test because I find it really interesting. And they break you down based on whether you are more extroverted or introverted, whether your energy is more intuitive or observant, whether your nature is more thinking or feeling, and whether your identity is more assertive or turbulent. For this test ended up bringing me out as a campaigner personality, which is ENFP, which is turbulent, and my stats for this were 88% extroverted, 76% intuitive, 78% feeling, 53% prospecting, and 51% turbulent. So I'm guessing the extroversion thing wasn't really a surprise. So a campaigner is someone with the extroverted, intuitive, feeling and prospecting personality traits. These people tend to embrace big ideas and actions that reflect their sense of hope and goodwill towards others. Their vibrant energy can flow in many directions, and I would definitely say that is an accurate representation of me. The campaigner personality is a true free spirit. They are often the life of the party, but unlike types in the explorer role group, campaigners are less interested in the sheer excitement and pleasure of the moment than they are in enjoying the social and emotional connections they make with others. Charming, independent, energetic and compassionate, the 7% of the population that they comprise can certainly be felt in any crowd. So this is really fun. Campaigners are fiercely independent, and much more than stability and security, they crave creativity and freedom. I would say that is mostly true. I like security in some areas of my life. I like my hairdresser to be the same. I like for my hair to be taken care of. I like having enough money to pay my bills, but I definitely do need creativity and the freedom to go and visit people, go to parties, make friends, have really fun life experiences. That is something that is super important to me, which is why the last year and a half has been so hard with having so much of that freedom kind of tampered because of obviously the necessary actions that we had to take to combat the COVID-19 pandemic and are still having to take. And yeah, I am definitely someone who needs plans, I need things to do, I need social events, I need to feed off the energy of other people and absorb it, and I am super duper empathetic, and that's why I find the news incredibly difficult to watch or listen to, and there are lots of times when I have to full on avoid it, because if you're really empathetic and you're absorbing the pain, heartbreak and murder of thousands of people every day, then that's really difficult and super bad for your mental health. So yeah, pro tip if you are a super empath like me is sometimes you have to go no contact with the news for a bit. Campaigners know how to relax, and they are perfectly capable of switching from a passionate, driven idealist in the workplace to that imaginative and enthusiastic free spirit on the dance floor. Being in the mix gives them a chance to connect emotionally with others, giving them cherished insights into what motivates their friends and colleagues. They believe that everyone should take the time to recognize and express their feelings, and their empathy and sociability make that a natural conversation topic. Campaigners are very emotional and very sensitive, and when they step on someone's toes, they both feel it. That is me. I hate upsetting people. If I feel like I've upset someone, or if I am having, even if I think I've upset or frustrated a friend, even if they haven't said it explicitly, if I just feel like it and I can tell, I feel genuinely nauseous. Like, I will feel sick. I will get this prickly hot feeling in my stomach and my chest because I hate upsetting people. It just, oh, it drives me up the wall. Campaigners will spend a lot of time exploring social relationships, feelings and ideas before they find something that really rings true. Definitely the case with me. I am all about trying different jobs, trying different partners, trying different friends. If I find true friends and something that really makes me happy and that I'm passionate about, then I will follow it to the end. That's something that I've definitely found with my stuff on YouTube and with a lot of my really close lovely friends. But other than that, I want to find something that I love to do and that makes me happy before I commit to it. So apparently the ENFP strengths are that we are curious, observant, energetic and enthusiastic, excellent communicators, know how to relax, and are very popular and friendly. Is this narcissistic? Possibly. The weaknesses are poor practical skills. Hey, I'm really good at administration. That's something this gets wrong. I'm really good at administration, okay? I love a good administrative task. It makes me really happy filing things, filling in spreadsheets. Ooh, love that. Color coding, my jam. Absolutely my jam. I like color coordination. I'm really good at it. Find it difficult to focus. Yeah, I can do that. Overthink things. Get stressed easily, especially turbulent ones, and I am a turbulent one, so yep. Highly emotional. I am very emotional. Independent to a fault. Sometimes, yes. I think we've all experienced that feeling of having someone tell you to do something when you've been about to do it, and then I'm like, well, no. Now that you've asked me, then I kind of don't want to do that anymore. But yeah, I can struggle with if I'm being micromanaged and asked too many questions. But in general, I'd say I'm actually very good at being part of a team as long as I don't feel like I'm being, you know, pressured and put into a little box. Let's go to career paths. Is this interesting? Why can't I fly helicopters and be an oceanographer who writes songs and cooks? Campaigners are fascinated by new ideas. Yep, I have 1,000 things that I want to do, and trying to think of a life in which I can successfully manage to do all of them is really difficult. I think I take comfort in the fact that, especially nowadays with the internet and all of that kind of thing, people are just able to do a lot more, and we're not boxed into doing one thing as much as we were in the past, and that's really helpful for me because I have too many things that I want to do. I have too many things that I'm interested in to ever just commit to one thing. Like, that's no thanks. That is not something I'm good at. Campaigners thrive on the ability to question the status quo and explore alternatives, and if this is a quality that is not just unappreciated but actually frowned upon, this will not only make them unhappy but may even threaten their emotional stability. Me. I cannot stand it if I am told that this is just the way things are and this is the way things are done, and even if it doesn't work particularly well, this is just the way you have to do it. Blows my mind. I hate it, I hate it, I hate it. I was always that person in school who was like, why are things done this way? Why is this way? With society at large, I'm kind of the same. I just like, you know, just because it's the way things have always been done doesn't mean it's the way things have to be done, and we should always be looking for new and better ways of doing things, even if they're just little tweaks that can be done. I think that's really important, so I would definitely agree with that. Okay, so that is my Myers-Briggs personality type. Apparently we are known for our idealism and enthusiasm. People who watch this channel, people who know me personally, probably definitely say that that is true, and I'm okay with that. Okay, so the next personality test that I took is the Color Code Personality Science test. So this was developed and basically splits people into 4 different colours. So you are either a red, a blue, a yellow or a white. And if you have taken the colour test before, then I want you to hold in your mind which colour you think I am. So I am a yellow. So this means that I am motivated by fun. This says yellows are inviting and embrace life as a party that they're hosting. They love playful interaction and can be extremely sociable. They are highly persuasive and seek instant gratification. Yellows need to be adored and praised. Whilst yellows are carefree, they are sensitive and highly alert to others' agendas to control them. Yellows typically carry within themselves the gift of a good heart. So apparently for a better relationship with a yellow, you must accept playful teasing, enjoy my charismatic innocence, value my social skills, and remember that I feel deeply. You must not push me too intensely, ignore me, forget my creativity, think I'm a lightweight, or criticize me seriously. I would definitely say that that is correct for me. I am in theatre, so obviously I love to be praised. All theatricals and artists love to be praised and told that they are doing well and validated. I also grew up in the genesis of the social media thing, so we have all been raised on a lot of external validation. To be honest, the validation that matters to me the most is ones by my family and my close friends that I really care about and whose opinions I really value and admire. Much more than, you know, vapid, very surface level validation from other people that I don't know. But yeah, in general, I do enjoy being praised, and I love being at parties, I love hosting, I really want to host a garden party, I want to host dinner parties, I want to host parties, I want to go to a ball, I want to go to a nightclub. I love being around people, and I just find that I really pick up all of the good energy in a room, and I can really kind of vibe off of that, and it's really, really fun for me. Yellows need to look good socially, and friendships command a high priority in their lives. Very true. Yellows are happy, articulate, engaging of others, and crave adventure. Easily distracted, they can never sit still for long. They embrace each day in the present tense and choose people who, like themselves, enjoy a curious nature. Yellows are charismatic, spontaneous and positive, but can also be irresponsible, obnoxious and forgetful. I have the brain of a sieve. When you deal with yellow, take a positive, upbeat approach and promote light-hearted, creative and fun interactions. So this is really fun because I took this personality test and I made 2 of my best friends take it with me, and we all got completely different colours, which is so much fun. I love how different personalities can really interact and play off of one another. I think that's so interesting. Maybe I should look into sociology a bit more because I am all about that. I really am. So I don't know if we're still using this as an accurate way to gauge our personalities in 2021, but in case you were wondering my Harry Potter house, I am actually a Slytherin. This surprises people so much. I think everyone kind of assumes that I would be a Hufflepuff because, I don't know, I guess I'm really sweet and Disney princess-like, and I definitely am, but I am also very ambitious. I have a lot of plans, and if you get on my bad side, then I do not forgive very easily. It takes me a very long time to get truly angry at someone, or for someone to cross a line over which I cannot forgive them. But once you get across that line, it is very hard to come back from it. So I think that is where a lot of my Slytherin personality comes from. I am incredibly loyal, I am incredibly protective of all of the people that I love. I am happy and optimistic and idealistic and enthusiastic about life, but I am also very ambitious, and I want big things and I want lovely things, and I have very high standards for myself, and I think that is where that comes in. So in case you were curious, then definitely I am a Slytherin through and through. So I can see that I've been filming for quite a long time, so I'm going to leave it there. But I hope you enjoyed seeing a couple of my personality test quiz results, and I would really love to know if you have any more really fun personality tests for me to take in the comments. Please leave them all down below because I'm obsessed with personality tests. And please remember that as much fun as these are, if they're not accurate, then just throw them away. And humans are way too vast and complex beings to ever fit into one neat category. There are things in both of these personality tests that are not exactly spot on, and I think that we are all unique and wonderful people, and there are some things that bind us together, and there are some things that make us unique, and that's really cool. So let me know in the comments below what your Myers-Briggs personality type and what your colour code personality type are, and what your Harry Potter house is. I love you all so very much. Please do remember to have courage and be kind, and make all of your dreams come true, and I will see you in my next video. Au revoir. No, I didn't say that anymore. Bye! Apparently we're as essential to society as breathing. Society couldn't function without me.